You don't have to hide, you know. I know that you're there. And I know you're not an instructor. After all, if you were, you would have shown yourself already. Probably would have given me a lecture about not being out after curfew. Maybe taken away my meal privileges as well. Made me run laps until sunrise. You haven't done any of those things. So that makes me think that you don't want to be caught out here. Especially not by someone who might use this against you. I won't do that, though. As I trust that you won't rat me out, I won't say a word about you being out after curfew. So come on. Come on out. It's okay. I promise I won't say a word to anyone. So long as you don't say anything about me, of course. Oh. It's you. I never pegged you for the type to break the rules like this. Sneaking out after curfew is certainly a very punishable offense. Really? You thought the same about me? I guess it is true I do try to follow the rules, but Jean, Armin, and Aaron are starting to get a bit of a sniffle. I think they might have a cold, and it looks like it might be contagious. They started showing symptoms yesterday, and it's gotten worse tonight. So I thought I'd sneak out and get them some medicine from the infirmary. I don't usually break the rules, but I do when I need to help someone. Seems like a good excuse to do that, right? Really? You think that it's rather sweet how much I care about them? Well, of course I care about them. They're my friends. And Jean, he is one of my closest friends. Why wouldn't I care so much about them? Especially him. Really? You aren't used to seeing people care so much? Even about people they're close with? That's rather unfortunate. But I'm glad that you won't go your entire life without that feeling. After all, you're my friend too. And honestly, if you ever need anything, I'm more than happy to help you if I can. Of course I mean it. I know most people just say things like that to be nice, but I really do mean it when I say that I'm willing to help you no matter what. So long as I am able to, I will always be available to help. Speaking of which, you didn't tell me why you were out here. There isn't a problem, is there? You just needed a bit of fresh air. Well, I guess I can understand that. After all, with the way the weather is changing, we're inside a lot. And the night air, especially in the fall, it certainly is refreshing. Say, why don't you walk with me? Please, I insist. I really wouldn't feel right leaving you alone in the middle of the night, especially when you could get caught and get into trouble as a result of it. True, it's just as likely that I'll get caught. However, we're statistically less likely to get caught if we stick together. No, of course not. There wouldn't be any trouble at all. It's settled then. Come on. Sorry, am I walking a bit too slowly for you? It's a bit difficult to see in the dark, don't you think? Really? You can see just fine in the dark? Well, isn't that handy? Do you think that you could guide me a little? Thank you. I really do appreciate it. Yes, I suppose it is just what friends do for each other. Still, I want you to know that your act of kindness isn't going unnoticed. Am I always this... what? Am I always this... friendly and cheerful? I mean, I guess I try to be. After all, the world is a very scary and very cruel place nowadays. Why put more of that into the world? Why not try to add a bit of kindness and a bit of joy to everyone's life? Really? You think that's a good attitude to have? Usually when I tell Jean about that, or when I say anything similar to him, he says that that's sweet enough to give him a toothache. I don't really know if he means it as a compliment or an insult, but with how he behaves, it certainly doesn't seem like he has much of a mind for kindness. Indeed, especially when it comes to Aaron. Those two are... how can I say this politely? No, I wouldn't go as far as to say that they're both complete jerks. Well, alright, maybe in some instances, but they're both very set in their ways and fixated on their goals. It's good, except for the fact that they then end up fighting quite frequently because they have such different views on the world. Really? You find it entertaining sometimes? Well, I guess that is a good way of looking at it. After all, it is kind of amusing and entertaining, I suppose. It does make life here a little bit easier. How so? Well, let's face it, no matter where we go after this, no matter which branch of the military we choose, we've already had to grow up so much, and we'll have to grow up even more once we graduate. I think that it's really nice to see that we're still just kids at heart. Yes, that is also why I spend so much time around Sasha and Connie. They really do a good job of keeping the mood light. Hey, are you alright? No, you didn't just lose your train of thought. It sounded like you stopped talking so abruptly because you were in pain. And the way you moved just now, I couldn't see it very clearly, but I felt it. It was like you were wincing in pain. Are you hurt? It's just... what? What do you mean, you can't tell me? If you're hurt, you can tell me. I can help you, I promised that I would. You don't need to hide and pretend to be strong. You swear on your life that you're not hurt? Then, what exactly is happening? Why are you behaving as if you're in pain if you're not hurt? Are you feeling sick? You feel dizzy. Let's sit down for a minute then, okay? I insist. If you're dizzy, standing for too long and walking around certainly isn't going to help. You need to sit down, please. There you go. Just like that. Try to take deep breaths, okay? And just focus on a fixed point on the ground, okay? Don't move too quickly. Don't lift your head. Just look right there, okay? There you go. Did you feel dizzy before you came outside? That's why you came outside. You thought that the fresh air might help, didn't you? That's certainly understandable. Do you know if this could be caused by illness or hunger or dehydration, anything like that? You think you know exactly what this is a result of? What is it then? You should say. You should say exactly what is causing this. If it's hunger or thirst, I can bring you something. If it's illness, I can carry you to the infirmary the rest of the way. It's no trouble at all. I want to help you. What do you mean, I wouldn't want to? I just said that I do. If I knew the truth, I wouldn't? What are you saying? Is this some kind of fatal disease that is extremely contagious? Unless it's something like that, something that you actively exposed us to in order to harm us, I'm not going to refuse to help you. I'm not going to be mad at you. I'm not going to deny you what you need to feel better. Whatever you need, I will give it to you. Just tell me, please. I beg your pardon? You need blood. Did you get injured during training recently? Are you in need of a transfusion? Then what did you mean when you say that you need blood? You... what? You mean that you need to drink it? Why exactly would you need to drink blood to stop being dizzy? I don't understand. I mean, I do, but my understanding of this, it can't possibly be correct. After all, the only creatures I know of who would need blood like this, it can't possibly be real. That can't possibly be you. Right? You want me to say what I think you are? I don't know if I can do that. Part of me doesn't want to because I'm scared that I'll be right. And part of me doesn't want to because what if I'm just out of my mind about all of this? Really? You don't think I'm out of my mind about this? You know exactly what I'm thinking. So then you know that the creature I'm referring to is a vampire. Is that what you are? Oh my... Those are fangs. You said you could see perfectly fine in the dark. Vampires are nocturnal. The sun irritates their skin. Sometimes, in extreme cases, it burns them alive. That's why you could see so well. You felt dizzy because you must not have had blood in a long time. Oh God, oh God. No, I never said that I was scared of you. I'm shocked by all of this, and it is certainly a lot to process, but unless you give me a reason to be scared of you, unless you suggest that you want to hurt me or other people here, I won't be scared of you. I wouldn't do that to you. But I don't know how to get you blood unless you would be willing to take mine. No, don't say no just yet. I know that you probably don't want to. You didn't even want to tell me about this, so I imagine this isn't something you enjoy acknowledging. But clearly, you need this. Clearly this is something that you're suffering without. I told you that you're my friend, and I am willing to do whatever it takes to help you as long as I am able. So long as you don't take more than I can safely lose, you can take my blood. Please, just take it. You need it. And I do not want to deny you what you need. Please, I insist.